Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about where's the outcry and where's the protest for this kid. Now, the kid that I'm talking about, guys, is Jonathan Lewis. This is the kid that was beat up a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, rather, sorry. He was beat up a week ago by a group of either 15 or 18 kids who beat the hell out of him, stomped him out, sent him to the hospital, and the kid wound up dying a couple days later. Now, apparently he was brain dead, and he died after that. He was on life support, and his body just gave up. So, the interesting thing about the whole thing is that a lot of people, as I go on the internet and I look around and I keep seeing this incident pop up, there are a lot of people asking, well, where's BLM? Where's the outcry? Where's the protest? Here's the problem. And the truth of the matter is, no one gives a fuck. The kid was white. The kids that beat him up were black. Because this white kid died at the hands of a bunch of black kids, no one gives a fuck. There is no outcry. Now, obviously, you should be pissed because it's an unequal reaction, right? Had that kid been black and that was a bunch of white kids beating him up, this shit would have been all over the news. There would have been more division in this country, as if we need any more of it. And there would have been protests and cities burning and shit going on and TVs being stolen and, stores being robbed, the whole 9 yards that goes along with someone black innocently dying. When a white kid dies, no one cares. I mean, and the thing is that not so much no one cares, people are an adult about the situation because as we see it now, if I'm not mistaken, 10 kids out of the 15 or 18 kids were identified. I think 4 or 6 of them have been arrested. They are on trial right now. They were arraigned last week. They're going to go into trial, I guess, either later this week or next month. These kids are going to jail. So with the black community, if this had been a black kid, a lot of the black community wouldn't have sat by. They would have just up in arms and started burning shit for whatever reason. White people, on the other hand, they're just playing this out to see where this goes, and it's going in the direction it should go in. That is why there's no outcry. That's why there's no protest, because it's being handled accordingly. These kids are going to do jail time. They're going to go to jail. In fact, 2 of them are being charged with murder, as they are both 16 and 17 years old. Now, the other kids involved, the youngest was 13. Not sure what a 13-year-old was doing there amongst all those teenagers, or older teenagers, but nonetheless, it went down. And here's the other thing. People keep bringing BLM into this. They're like, well, why isn't BLM protesting? Well, BLM doesn't care. BLM doesn't care about the black community. As again, we have all been seeing in the last few months, a lot of BLM organizers and or leaders being charged with fraud and or theft of money. Of course, that's where it was going, guys. You mean to tell me that BLM organization, who's supposed to take this money, put it back into the black community, and build up a lot of black communities that are doing poorly, they took it for themselves and bought themselves homes and all kinds of shit, probably cars and TVs and, niggerfied shit. And instead of taking that money and putting it back into the black community, which I would have gave them a little more respect, not a whole lot, but just a little more. I mean, like, probably about that little bit more if they would have put it back into the black community. But instead, they took it for themselves. Now, the problem with it, guys, is the amount of money that BLM was getting, that is enticing. That's the kind of shit that makes you look at the money and go, man, we could possibly go on vacation with this. We could buy a couple things and still give it out. And before you know it, greed takes hold, and then you spent it all. A lot of these organizers, if you will, or leaders, spent most of the money. I'm not going to say all of it, but they spent most of it. Now, again, guys, with the whole BLM, outcry and where are they, I'm surprised videos or creators are stating or even mentioning BLM in that same sentence with a white kid being beat up. You think they give a fuck? In fact, I'm pretty sure BLM is like, oh, look, the shoe's on the other foot kind of reaction. But they don't care. And they don't care about the black community. And I have said this 1,001 million times, that this shit doesn't register for them. The BLM organization does not care about the black community. They only care about the black community when they could possibly get some money out of it and or just to disrupt the order of things. They don't care about the population of humans, period, let alone the black community. We are seeing what's going on with the money. We've actually, if I'm not mistaken, I read an article almost 2 years ago where somebody was trying to hold BLM accountable for the money that was supposed to go back into the black community but never did. And that was like one person. And interestingly enough, guys, where's the rest of the black community? How come no one else is stepping up? Where's the Harlemites? Where's the fucking guys in Crenshaw, Compton, Philly? Where are all of the black communities there holding these people accountable for the money that was supposed to be issued out to those neighborhoods? Like, there's a BLM New York chapter, there's a BLM Philly, Chicago, Detroit, you name it. There's a BLM chapter damn near in every major city where there's a black community. Where's the money? Where's the computers that we're going to buy to help these guys or help the black community with the new technology that's going on in the computer world? Where's the civic centers or safety centers or youth centers for these kids? Where the hell are any of these things? And I didn't mean to say civic center, sorry. But where's the youth centers for that? Where's the after school programs? Again, for everybody who sat there and was waving the BLM flags, I hope you feel like a gigantic fucking asshole retard reject. Because any simple-minded person could have looked at BLM and go, this group is not for who they say they are. They're not for the black community. They are for themselves because it's about the money. Like politicians, guys, it is about the money and it's about themselves. It's not about the people. It never has been. BLM falls under that umbrella. They fall under that instantaneous corrupt umbrella. And I saw the writing on the wall as soon as they opened their mouths. As soon as BLM established themselves, I'm like, they're about the money. They're about stealing. They're about making their pockets fatter. And that's it. They can care fucking less about any of the people that died in the last 5-6 years. They don't care. That say my name bullshit, they don't care. That was just catchy shit that they can get more donations into their organization so that they can do what? Buy home, cars, and take lavish vacations. That's all it is. That's what it's about. There are organizations out there that are for the black community that will take that money and put it back into the black community, but those are few far in between. And they are so on the level, they're small, and no one knows who they are. And that's the fucking catch. Now, again, guys, whether you believe in these organizations or not is irrelevant. What's irrelevant is the fact that these BLM, for example, or the only example, are stealing. They're stealing the money and they're bettering themselves. They're not bettering anybody else but themselves. And maybe their kids, because I did hear about a couple of college funds that were started for their kids. Anyway, guys, be careful of the bullshit. BLM's out for themselves. When situations like this happen, it will always correct itself. And any future situation that happens in regards to a black kid, for example, getting beat up by a bunch of white kids, it's going to solve itself out. It's going to rectify itself. It always will. Right? This is not the 80s, the 70s, or the 60s anymore. This is 2023. People jump on top of shit a lot faster now, and people hold people accountable a lot faster, as they did with these kids that beat up Jonathan Lewis. All right, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.